Okay guys, so have you ever wondered, a keto diet, is it extending my life or is it causing an issue? Well, what if I told you you're actually being positive and promoting long life with a keto diet? Stay tuned. Okay guys, my name's Dr. Lou. I'm a biology and science teacher. I have a level 7 master's PGCEI and I have a Bachelor of Science that focuses on food microbiology. This is the main idea. I want to bring out now more about how positive a keto diet is. A lot of people, have a lot of negative issues with the keto diet, and we'll cover those issues later so you can see them in my video and why someone would do that. So we understand that you can't argue with science. If a diet is doing this and promoting this and doing certain things in your metabolism, then if it's good for one thing, it cannot be bad for another. So where do we see that? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's it. Keto is near identical to fasting. Now, you hear people all the time talking about, oh, fast, do this, do that, restrict, yes. Well, keto is like fasting, and that's the problem people don't understand. When you actually start a keto diet, you are entering an identical chemical pathway as someone fasting. So, with this type of knowledge, we want to see what are the main benefits and how it may extend your life. Now, there's no argument in the science that it is positive and produces fantastic effects for cells and so on. But we're going to look at each step of what it does and how it can improve and extend your life. So you take all these factors and you say, it looks like this is definitely going to extend life. It's an overall issue where, for example, if I said to you, okay, every day a guy's going to get up and I'm going to give him, a terrible breakfast, very low in nutrients, yes, and then you give someone all the nutrients. Now, obviously, you're going to say, well, that person get all the nutrients is going to extend their life. It's not as easy to say that as you understand, because you could just say, well, no, it definitely gives them all the nutrients to make them healthier. So again, it's a very hard area to pick and get science to do a lot of research to realize this, because it needs a very long-term study. So this is the point. Let's look at the main flags that is akin as well to fasting, and where fasting is being seen as positive, and people still won't say it will extend your life, but they will say it is most likely to extend your life, or you have these positive aspects. So let's have a look. So number one, here we go guys, you can see this now. Lower insulin equals less damage. So when you go on a keto diet and you do it properly, what happens is that you literally, because you take all the glucose out of your blood, you lower your blood sugar right down, and that in turn signals don't release insulin, there's no glucose here, so you get a steady low insulin level. Now, what does that mean? It means that it's going to reduce stress on your cells, okay, which, because insulin is also linked to inflammation. You're going to have less damage, so it protects your organs. It's going to have less oxidative stress, so less free radical damage. And you're going to have slower aging because it supports a longer, healthier life. So, interesting. A point that would go for ticking for extending your life. Now, if you don't have lower insulin, so you have high insulin, you have more inflammation that increases stress in your cells, more cell damage, damaging DNA and proteins, more oxidative stress causing harmful free radicals, and faster aging, speeds up the aging process. So as you can see here guys, it covers it, and the takeaway is low insulin equals less damage equals better health and a longer life. So if you're looking at it in the sense of this and understanding the biological processes, then this is adding to tick to put on the side to extend your life. Okay guys, so lower insulin, that goes without saying. We've always known insulin in this sense, so keto does that, so you can't argue. Anyone now who wants to argue against that would seem totally insane, because you would be arguing against science. Now, science isn't infallible, it's just a guide, but the whole idea is it's pretty much obvious. When you have something with observable evidence, it's very hard to dispute it. So step 2, here we go. Fat burning equals metabolic flexibility. Now, because your body is switching between sources, because the reality is no one's going to do forever a keto diet, and I would never advocate you to do that. I would advocate, if you look at my other videos, going through and doing the diet for a period of time, stopping, refreshing your body, and then going back on the diet. So you must always break the diet and then go back on it. So again, this is what I advocate. So this is the whole idea. You always switch fuel sources. Now, glucose, carbs, inefficient fuel, switch to keto diet, which is fat and ketones, efficient fuel. Now, don't forget I say fat and ketones. Ketones are the really efficient fuel, and what happens is the fatty acids, once they're broken down from your triglycerides, they go around and fuel your body, but they don't go anywhere near your brain, because your brain wants stable, efficient, clean energy, and so ketones are the ones. So if you go in and you actually start to understand that ketones are basically formed when fatty acids go around, fuel your body, some go to your liver, and that smaller amount are converted into ketones, and then a certain ketone called beta hydroxybutyrate, or BHB, will go to your brain and make it fresh. So make it nice and clean energy, really efficient, and your brain loves it. So you've got a big tick there. Now, what's the main idea? The main idea is better metabolic flexibility equals better health in the long term. Why? You burn stored fat. It accesses your body fat for energy. So you're using the body fat and removing all the fat, less fat, fantastic, and all the visceral fat as well. All these fats are being removed. You've got steady, reliable energy, okay? It supports muscles while burning fat, and it improves your ability to adapt to switching between fuels. So no matter what, your body is ready and prepared. You understand you're flexible, and that has always been a fantastic advantage that humans have over many things. For example, do you know if you change a diet on a pig, they die? If you change it too quickly, there's a good possibility they'll die. Now, okay guys, so step 3, autophagy. Now, autophagy is just basically, as it says here, cell cleanup. Once you tell your body you're not having glucose, this is where another extension part massively comes into your life. Now, we've found that aging and dying are linked to replicating your cells, and your chromosomes have things on it called telomeres. And this telomeres get degraded as you keep duplicating your cells. And what happens is they become so degraded, just like a VHS tape being copied from one to the next. It just is terribly broken down and you die. So that is if you're not run over, obviously. So the main idea there is you have all of these indicators of good life. So the more you copy your cells, the more you're inviting to die early. Now, that's some science that you can look into. Now, look at autophagy that you're doing when you're on a keto diet, the same as fasting. Now, autophagy, your body recycles and renews. Now, not saying this is equivalent to a human, but certain studies in keto, going through ketosis that have been done on mice, have shown about a 14%, just under, improvement in longevity. So the mice lived an extra 14% of their lifespan. Now, humans are mammals, and yes, we're unique and there's something special about us, but the whole idea is we have a very similar physiology. If anything, I would expect that percentage to be higher for humans. Now, looking at autophagy, you see step 1, damaged parts form. Cells naturally build up damaged parts over time. 2, isolation begins. A membrane surrounds the damaged components. Step 3, components delivered. The sealed vesicle moves to the lysosome. Step 4, breakdown and recycle. Damaged parts are broken down into useful material. So here we go. Step 5, cleaner, stronger cell. Recycled fuel is used for energy and new cell growth. So what happens is your cleaner cells are going to live longer, they're going to be used longer, and that's basically the whole advantage. So if you can do that, obviously for a period of time, and in the mice it happened, you can expect that's going to happen to a human as well. Okay guys, so here we go. There's step 4, reduced inflammation and oxidative stress. So step four, less inflammation, less oxidative stress equals healthier cells for a longer life. So high carb diets, more inflammation, more oxidative stress, and that's not just talking about insulin. So keto diet, less inflammation, less oxidative stress. So because you're having less chemicals, you're having less processed food, you are extending your life by having less damage. So you're not getting all this inflammation and oxidative stress with all these free radicals that are damaging your body and causing issues which you have to run around and clean. You've got rid of them. So you've concentrated on just extending the life of your cells, reusing parts of cells and putting them in other cells, and being able to make a longer lasting car, if you will. Maintenance. If you have a car and you maintain it, it goes 100,000 miles. Unless it's Toyota, then it does about 300,000. And then you maintain the Toyota, it does about 600,000 miles. So that's what you're doing to your body. Now, you can see here you've got less cell damage, less inflammation, protects DNA and supports longevity. So this isn't just imagined, guys. This is exactly what's happening on the keto diet. This is what's been proven in mice, and at the same time is proven 100% to happen in a keto diet. So there's no debate in the science. It's all whether it all amalgamates into, longevity, and that becomes where, that becomes a lot harder to go through. But also, again, it's always nice to have longer living humans, isn't it? So here we go. So lower inflammation, ketones help calm chronic inflammation in the body. Less cell damage reduces oxidative stress that harms your cells. Protects DNA. Less oxidative stress means less damage to your DNA. It's different things that damage it. Supports longevity. Less damage today can mean better health tomorrow. So that's the main idea. You're doing all these things that do make a healthier life and a healthier situation. But of course, you can never understand what's in the future. So you can never 100% say, yes, it's 100%, unless you have massive hardcore in-stone tests. And the keto research needs reliable people doing the research and reliable publications for research. Now, step 5, improved mitochondrial function. So you know that in your body you have what we call the powerhouse in the cell called the mitochondria. Now, if you talk about one of them, which we have here, the mitochondrion, you can understand that it powers your whole cell and all your body. It produces all what we call ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. That's the main chemical molecule in the body. Now, have a look here. Ketones, cleaner, more efficient fuel for your cells. So more energy, steady, long-lasting cellular energy. Less cellular wear, efficient mitochondria reduce damage over time. Better recovery, cells recover and repair more efficiently, and supports longevity. These healthy mitochondria are key to a longer life. So again, all science, all hardcore in stone, what you do on a keto diet. So there seems as well to be an issue. Okay guys, so that's basically 5 hardcore facts in science are irrefutable. You cannot deny that's what happens. Now, what is the issue is we need to look at the holistic effects. We need to look at, what goes on, and longevity itself. So as in, can a keto diet increase your lifespan? 100% yes, it can. There's no debate there. Can it? Will it? That's a different thing. So again, when it comes down to it, we've seen all the evidence that promotes long life there. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that's made it a lot clearer in the science now how a ketogenic diet can help increase your lifespan. So, can it do it? It could. Has the research shown it? Yes, it has, in mice for about 14% of their lives. Now just imagine doing that for yourself on a human who cycles it through, knows what they're doing with intelligence. That could probably massively jump up. So guys, again, as I said, I hope you liked the video. Please guys, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments, like and subscribe. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.